Welcome, and thank you for clicking on this video. In the studio today, we have the new for 2023 Squier by Fender Sonic Bronco bass. Let's check it out. This bass features a poplar body, a bolt-on maple neck, and this particular model features a maple fingerboard. This is a short scale 30-inch bass, so measured from saddle to nut. And it features a Squier single coil pickup, and the electronics are master volume and master tone. That is a completely passive bass, no batteries, no preamp. Now this iconic body shape is based off the Music Master, and the old Fender Music Masters also had a single coil guitar pickup. Now there are a few notable changes from this new series compared to the older Bronco basses. Depending on the generation you have, the older bodies were made out of agates, whereas this new body is poplar. The new Sonic series also come in a variety of new pretty cool looking colors, and you can find out which colors are available in your country from the Fender website. The most important notable differences that I want to point out is the new bridge on this Sonic series. The old Broncos only had 2 saddles, so getting the intonation really right was pretty tricky. But the new bridge on this Sonic Bronco has 4 independent saddles, so you can get the intonation pretty close for each string. And the other difference I want to point out are these new tuners. Compared to the older Broncos, these tune way better and feel much more robust. Let's hear some of the sounds we can get from this bass. Let's start with the volume all the way up and the tone all the way down. Let's roll the tone knob up to about 25%. Let's roll that tone knob up to about 50. Now let's roll the tone knob all the way up, wide open. As you can hear, there is quite a bit of single coil ground hum. Now let's put this bass up to a drum track and let's hear how it sits with the drums. We're going to have 3 passes. In the first one, we'll have the tone knob at about 25%. On the second pass, we'll have the tone knob at around 50%. And the third pass, we'll have the tone knob wide open. Here we go. hope you enjoyed that playing example. Please let me know in the comment section below what you thought of those tones. Let's talk about some of the things I like about this bass. This bass has no sharp fret edges at all. It's a very comfortable shaped neck, and I feel very comfortable with this body shape and this neck shape. It's very comfortable to play. Let's talk about the single coil pickup. If you can look past the ground noise, this pickup has a very unique kind of grindy character to it. It has a pretty pronounced upper mid-range with the tone pot rolled up, and it has a bit of this bitey, growly, lo-fi tone to it that I quite like. The interesting thing about kind of less expensive pickups sometimes is that they can make new sounds that more costly, more expensive pickups sometimes just can't make. For instance, some of my other pickups are too polite sounding for certain heavier tracks, but this pickup has a certain grindy growl to it that I find quite sonically pleasing. As I mentioned earlier, two big changes to the Sonic Broncos compared to the previous ones are the new bridge and the new tuners. And this bridge, being able to intonate all four strings independently, I think is a huge plus and a huge bonus. And I was able to get this bass pretty well intonated. Similarly, these tuners feel much more robust than the previous generations. And throughout all the sessions today, this bass stayed in tune without any issue whatsoever. Now let's talk about some of the things I am less of a fan of on this bass. Let's start with the neck pocket. It's pretty tight on the sides. However, there is a bit of a gap here where the neck meets the body. And here's a bookmark one of my kids made for me. It's just laminated paper. I can put the corner in that gap. If I were to play detective, what I think probably happened on this particular example is whoever was sanding the neck pocket probably just angled the orbital sander a bit too much and took off a little too much material on the body side. That, as a result, there's a bit of a gap in the neck pocket. Also construction related is the truss rod access. Now, this issue may be just specific to this particular example, but the truss rod is pretty buried in there. It's less of an issue if you use long straight tools like this to make your neck adjustments, but if you're relying on right-angled Allen keys, you just have to make sure the Allen key is long enough on the axis side so you're not scraping off wood from the neck or the protective plastic covering around the axis. At time of filming, this bass is selling for around 240 Canadian dollars, and there's some online retailers selling it for around 200 US. And for that money, this is a solid playing bass. And as I mentioned earlier, it has a unique growl to it tonally. So if you are looking for kind of a Mustang or Music Master style bass in a short 30-inch scale that doesn't break the bank, I think that is a solid bass for the asking price. Thanks so much for checking out this video. See you next time. Peace.